It's not a United States thing. It's a global thing. And
Exactly.
that's what's going on. Yes.
It's worldwide. It's not gender based. It's quite simply a function of money. Who's got it? Who wants it? Who's got the connections?
Right.
Like, for instance, my wife was the person they beat up. She had a nervous breakdown. Me, the tiger, who came to the defense of our common interest as husband and wife, and our children who are mentioned in these wills and estates and stuff. It doesn't matter. Whoever is the problem, they use the system to get rid of, the whistleblower. If you have money, other people want it. If they can figure out a way to get it by using the legal system against it, they will. And it's like, I quote a 17th century playwright. A poor man need not fear a crowd of lawyers any more than a crowd of pickpockets. I have nothing further to lose, and now they're afraid of me. But if like in Dr. Carly's instance, she was a problem as a whistleblower against the medical industry, and they used her children against her.
Exactly.
And any way that they can get at you, if they can find your Achilles heel and go after your assets for their own greedy interests, that's what they do.
Yes, and I just want to say, I'm not going to have time to play it, but I actually tape record all the government minions I speak to, and I actually have a tape of Mylan Dennerstein's forensic investigator, Robin Romick, asking me if my husband's a Mason. Okay, Okay, we're going to break. We'll be right back for the last segment. Stay tuned. And we're back for the last segment of What's Ailing America with my special guest, David Amos. We have a lot of callers on the line, but I want David to close up the show because, folks, I know that all of you have different issues that you want to discuss, but what I want you to realize is that this is so big. There's nothing any one of us by ourselves is going to be able to do. We have to join together with the ones who are doing something and spread the word to others. We have to wake up humanity. That is our only hope, in my opinion. And we're getting down to the crunch now. It's getting very late, but it's not over till it's over. So, David, if you could just share with the listeners anything you want to close with, and I'm going to call you after the show because I have some things I need to discuss with you. But I'm very uplifted. We have a lot of listeners on this show. I know a lot of people access the archives. Have people listen to the show, folks. Have people learn what's going on, because if they don't, they're going to die. They're going to be given a swine flu vaccine that's going to kill them. And then these criminals are going to steal everything you have. That's what we're facing. Okay, take it away, David.
Yes, I was trying to think how to polish it off, and I was trying not to state opinions other than ask folks to please check my work and see how it applies to their life and times and their interests.
Yes.
But as I was waiting, I got word just yesterday, the day before, of another friend of mine dying. He just made it to retirement age, 65, and he died. My father died at 64, never got... And I had to think about all of my friends in the past that have came to an early demise. And what came to mind was my first political speech. I always run as an independent, and the problem we have to deal with, most importantly, is apathy. People just don't care. If people don't vote, they don't exercise their right within a democracy. And those that do vote generally vote along party lines as it affects their family interests. So when I was standing in a county where I was born and raised, I'm looking at the audience, and you can see who's going to vote liberal, who's going to vote conservative, and who's going to vote socialist. And then you have me as an independent. And the first thing I did, as I'm 58 years old, I apologize for my generation. Because of all the generations I can think of, we've had the best kick at the can of all of them. You look at our parents and what they went through, and their fathers and their forefathers. And we've had the best kick at the can, and now fellas that I went to school with, guys and girls, are now judges, politicians, well-to-do, and there's mean old me standing there, and I've had more fun than 10 men. I make no laments about my life.
Okay, David, hold on. That's not exactly how I wanted you to close. Just because the people need to get your information, I'm getting requests for you to give your website again. All the people that you mentioned have now joined the system. They've now become aiders and abettors.
Yes.
But people are
I'm just asking people to pay attention, but they can check my work. If they go, simply Google my name, they can find me in YouTube. My name is David Raymond Amos. They can find me in YouTube if they don't like to read stuff. If they just want to listen, they can find my name or my sound files in Internet Archive. If you just Google my name, you'll see it, Internet Archive. Or you'll find legal documents they can surf through and read. The best place to direct them for a long read would be the file called Cross Border in a website called Scribd, S-C-R-I-B-D. Or if they want a quick read and a quick print that they can serve upon any congressman they wish, look for a file called Integrity Yeah Right. Just type in the search bar of my website, Integrity. You'll see the file, and it's good for both Canada and the United States. You'll see the Governor General's letter to me.
Okay, David, we're out of time. Yeah. I just want to close with the following words that I was just sent. The fat lady has not sung. Help make that happen, folks. Spread the word about this show. It's not over till it's over. Thank you for a great show, and next week we'll be talking about what they've done to some of David's cattle. You're not going to believe this. Thank you, folks. Spread the word.
With reason.
Greetings, David Raymond Amos. You are definitely every bit the retarded fish that I have deemed you in the past. No, I am afraid it is not Donna who has been doing this to you all this time. I will make a video shortly which will reveal all, but I thought it imperative to reveal this to you as soon as possible. Once again, I did it for the lulz.
George here, and then we'll come back with Art in Pennsylvania after the break. George?
Yeah, good evening, Mr. Adams.
Mr. Adams.
Yes, Mr. Adams. Rick Adams, yes. Correct?
You got it.
Well, now, Mr. Adams, a good old Vladimir, obviously a Khazar of racial extraction, he probably part of or belongs to. Have you ever heard of Khazar Empire?
I have.
Oh, you have. Have you ever heard about them actually adopting the Babylonian Talmud in the 8th century A.D.?
I have.
Oh, you have. And so when Vladimir asked you as to the racial ethnicity or the race of these particular Jews, why did you have to say that they were Canaanites? No. 98% of the modern Jews, the so-called Jews that claim themselves to be Jews, God's chosen children, it's got nothing to do with the seeds of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
That's what I
said.
Their
forefathers, their predecessors have never set foot in that holy land.
Right.
Okay?
You're right on the money there.
Oh, really now? And so then why did you not point this out, to good old Vladimir?
Well, if he had just listened for a little bit more, I was leading to that. And I think I did actually say it, George, when I said that the seed line of Cain here is the seed line of the serpent, whose father is Satan himself. So what I'm talking about is what the scriptures and Jesus said, you're not of my people, and your father is not my father. I think that's pretty well spelled out.
What ensued in the region there that is called Greater Russia, Sviatoslav, a young idealist and, of course, devout Christian, new Christian, of Ukraine, of Kiev, have decided to do away with this Khazar Empire because he did not agree with their ways.
George, I'm going to have to just take a break now, and I don't have much time. I'm sorry, but we just ran out of time tonight.
Thank you. Here endeth the lesson.